It's me, Ms.Blue, the Oracle. Now, as you know, we are about to dive into Planet Remix. And as we get ready to get into the cipher, I do want to let you know that it is Planet Remix, and a lot of times we cover adult content. So at this time, if you have anyone who's a minor, I would suggest that you put your headset on or get yourself in a place where you can enjoy your time on Planet Remix. But until then, put the babies out, do what you need to do so we can be responsible while knowing our magic. This show, this information, we dive into a lot of things that are adult content.
You're calling back into a live
and
show.
so therefore,
we are reconnecting you
if
now.
you are a minor, I want you to stop what you're doing right
Your
now.
show will go live
and I
in 5
definitely
seconds.
want you to
4,
get your parent or
3,
your guardian's consent
2, 1.
before diving into the remix. Well, enjoy. Enjoy the share. Yeah, and keep knowing your magic. We just gotta be responsible while growing up on planet Earth. Welcome on in, everyone. Welcome on into Planet Remix Radio. We're going to get started in just a moment. Hope y'all are feeling well, feeling good. Let's get those likes up, invites out, so we can let everybody know that we are live. I see the moderators are in the building. Welcome on in. Mr. Dante in the building. Brother Lance is in the building. Welcome on in. Oh, I just realized something. Don't worry. I'll figure it out here. Just a moment. Welcome on in, everyone. Good to see our international family in the building tonight or this morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah. Welcome in. Peace and greetings, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome on in to Planet Remix Radio. How's everybody feeling? How are we doing? We're about to just get ready to dive into the cipher tonight. Dive in. But I wanted to come on. I know I didn't do a show on Friday night, but definitely wanted to make sure that I came on tonight to touch in with everyone. So with that being said, let's get a couple of things out of the way. We got a lot of new listeners that are listening in, and I definitely want to welcome everyone who is new here listening. And if this is your very first time, or if you haven't been listening for a long time, I want to welcome you in to Planet Remix. I'm Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle. So welcome on in. I'm going to give out the call-in number so that you can definitely get on the phone lines, because I will be taking your calls tonight. That's the main thing that I'll be doing tonight, is taking your calls tonight. And so I definitely will be getting your calls tonight from each of you. So the call-in number is 515-605-9794 is the number to call. And then you're going to press 1 once you get on the phone line. And that way I know that you're calling in and you want to talk to me. And then also I want to invite you, if you have not experienced the Blue Room, the interstellar galactic Blue Room that is famous all throughout the Milky Way galaxy, I want to invite you to come on over and join us in the Blue Room. So let me give you those cosmic directions. You can find your way on over. You're simply going to come to YouTube. And once you get to YouTube, you're going to type in Blue, B-L-U-E, and then Raz, R-A-S, and then Berry, B-E-R-R-Y. And that is going to get you locked in. And so whenever we are live over on YouTube, you can come and join us in the galaxy famous Blue Room. You can join us in the Blue Room, and we'd love to have you come over and join us. And the Soul family is in the building, and they are sure to make you feel welcome and definitely right at home. So come on in, come on over, and definitely join us in the Blue Room. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna hold you. It's been a week, y'all. It's been a week. We're going to talk about it. And I know with some of you, because I've been on the phones all week long and even this weekend with a lot of you for a lot of things that have been happening, a lot of things that has been transpiring, a lot of things that you have been feeling, a lot of things that you've been doing, and a lot of realizations you've been coming to. So let me know if that's you, if that's been happening, and that's you, that this has been going on with you, because we have a real, no, let me wait before I say that, before I talk about that part of it. We're going to dive into that, but I'm going to get to that in just a moment. And even though I'm not going to go into the names of the people that I've been helping, I want you to know if you're feeling this energy, if you are feeling this, my goodness, what is it? This insurgence of change. If you have sort of been going through it, if you've been in the position where you feel like you've gone to hell and back, or if you've been in the position and you feel like you've just been elevated and transformed. See, one thing about growing up on planet Earth, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have anything to do with your economic status. So whether you consider yourself to be barely making it, learning how to manifest and learning your creation powers, because we're all creators on the planet. We know that. Or whether you feel that you have attended or you are among some of those in the upper echelon when it comes to manifestation on the planet. Because I promise you, I have talked to those from the lowest of the low on the planet to those who are at the highest of the highest on the planet. When it comes to manifestation and when it comes to materializing things here. So let me put it to you in everyday language. I've talked to the broke of the broke, and I've talked to some billionaires this week. And all the same, none of that mattered. None of that was the question at hand. None of that was the urgency that was taking place. None of that was front and center of what they wanted to know from me or how I could be of service to them. These were things that were coming much, much deeper in their quest, in their calling, and in their soul. And I know that that's what you were feeling too. Many of you, especially if you're in tune with this energy, because it's pretty hard to go through this type of transformation. It's pretty hard to have this kind of DNA cosmic explosion that is happening on the inside and still say you are the same as you were last week. Now, I don't know if anybody out here can feel me. I don't know if anybody out here really knows or have tapped in that deep
But this is what's going on. And in the midst of that, we have been, let me think of the right word here that Spirit is giving me. We have received a whole thunderstorm of chaos in the midst of it on the outside. A thunderstorm has been happening all around us, and there are some real present danger that could be lurking around, waiting for the old paradigm, the ego to come forth and take over and not allow your true soul to shine. So we're going to be talking about that here. And I know all of the calls, every single one of you that will be calling in will, sort of solidify a piece of what it is that everyone on the planet has been feeling. Because that's what we do for one another here. That's how we sort of kind of embody this energy in our own understanding. So, welcome on into Planet Remix. I just kind of wanted to give you that. I just kind of wanted to give you that little insight there, just to kind of let you know where I've been coming from. So, yes, I've been speaking to people from all around the planet, from mothers to fathers to children, to politicians, to celebrities, to kings, to princesses. I think just about every title has come up. And literally my mind was blown, but in a very sort of kind of awareness way. And the more that we think that we are different, the more that we are so much alike. And it's time that we stop seeing these superficial barriers that we have that are based on culture, that are based on status, or that is based on the titles that we call ourselves, or based on what we do, or based on where we live, or what kind of work we do day to day, or who's conscious and who's unconscious, and all of these silly things that we tend to put in place. Because when it all comes down to it, we are universal citizens. We are amongst those who are volunteers, who have volunteered to come to the planet in a time to be alive such as now, where that we can help Earth in its ascension. And we can also help to elevate our own soul's consciousness and those that are around us and those that are coming forth for the future. You got to know that. You absolutely got to know that. Don't get lost in the sauce, baby. It's remix time. Oh, yeah. So we're going to come back. I'm going to give you some updates, some shout outs, and then we're going to go to the phone lines. Welcome on in to Planet Remix Radio. Welcome on in. How's everybody feeling? I don't think we really got a good check-in from the Blue Room. How are we all feeling? How are we all doing? And let's get those likes up so our soul family can find us and know that we are live. Oh my goodness, the Blue Room is lit. Welcome on in. Lola Falana is in the building. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right. So I want to give some shots out. First things first. Want to give a big shout out to everyone celebrating a born day. A born day for this month. We are still in Virgo season. So shouts out to all the Virgos in the building. Where my Virgos at? Happy born day to all of the Virgos in the building celebrating their born day. As you all know, baby Blue is a Virgo too, and she'll be celebrating her born day here very soon as well. But happy born day to all the Virgos on the planet. I am so grateful for each of you because it is during this time of the year when Virgo season comes around because we all have Virgo in our charts. And so each of us has a little bit of Virgo inside of us that we are celebrating. But it is those of you who have chosen to come back to the planet under this very powerful zodiac sign of Virgo that has allowed us to really get in touch with one, our divinity, and two, with our reality. And it is a place where spirituality meets the present moment of you. And I know we all have been feeling it because this is one of those very transformative times of the year when we're able to take those things that we've been learning, those things that we have been experiencing, and those things that we have been creating. And it is in Virgo season that we're able to see how much of that has actually been manifested into our day-to-day reality. And I know that it's a very grounding energy, but it's also a very empowering energy because it allows you to see the details. It allows you to have that courage to sort of get things right, to go a little deeper than what's on the surface, because that's what this Virgo energy does. It wants you to see the details. You know, sometimes people will say, if you know a Virgo, that they can be very critical, but they're really not being critical at all. They're really sort of seeing how can we take what we have and we can elevate it to the next level. That's why they're so detail oriented. That's why they're so precise in what's going on. And this is why even though they understand the realm of spirituality, they want it to exist in everyday life and not live just in their mind with it. So in its highest vibration, this is an opportunity for all of us to really take a very healthy, a very solid, and a very grounded perspective of who we are, who we think we are, how we're showing up in the world, what we've created in this world, meaning our home, our day-to-day life, our friendships, our connections, how we feel in our body, because Virgo is also about health. How we're taking care of our bodies, how we're taking care of our mental health, how we're taking care of our spiritual health, and how we're taking care of our physical health, and how are we taking care of the health of our home? How are we taking care of the health in our friendships? How are we taking care of the health of the land that we're walking on? How do we take care of the health of the things that support us in our lives? This is what this energy of Virgo is all about. It's about being of service. And how well has that service been? How well have you been serving yourself? How well have you been serving your health? How well have you been serving your heart? How well have you been serving your intimate relationships? How well have you been serving your calling? How well have you been serving your mind? And how are you being of service to your relationships, to your friendships, to those things that you care about, to those things that you are connected to? How well have you been serving them? And so it is during this season, it's during this season that you're taking off the blinders. You're taking off the rose-colored glasses. And we're going to see if it's real. We're going to see if it's real. Virgo is going to allow you to see, is it real? Or was it all just a dream? Is it real? Have you really been taking care of you? And how well have you been taking care of your health? How's your financial health? So you may have your physical health together, but how is that financial health? How's that coming along for you? How is your relationship health? How healthy is that? And let's sort of quantify this. Let's not just throw out words. Is it in your reality? Is it showing up for you day to day? And how are you being of service? Or are we still stuck on me, 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 me? Are we still stuck on ourselves? Are we still stuck on what we're not good enough at? Are we still stuck on things of the past? Or what are we still stuck on? Are we still stuck on holding ourselves back? Are we still stuck on, we got to try to see what everybody else is doing before we decide to honor ourselves and what we're being called to do? Are we still stuck on how many likes did I get? Are we still stuck on, I got to do this so everybody know? Are we still stuck on, I just got to keep grinding? Where are we at with this? How healthy are you? How healthy are you in the moment? How's your mental health? How healthy are you? How's your spiritual health? How healthy are you? How's your physical health? How healthy are you? So this is a good season for you to dive in there and to begin to start working with that energy, working with it, taking a check-in with yourself, not to beat yourself up, not to become too overcritical, not to become too judgmental, not to become too egotistical, not to become too dominant with it, not to become enraged with it, but to totally fall in love with it. To fall in love with you. I put that reminder because I said this some years ago and I've repeated it since, and I'll repeat it here again. Self-love is the new shadow work. Self-love is the new shadow work. Self-love is the new shadow work. And I'm going to continuously put that reminder out there because it's some real tricky, dark, heavy energy on the planet. And I wish I could just come here and just tell you the good story, but that would not be true to my health and who I am. So I'm going to help you to understand the polarities of both what is happening here. And you get to decide where you want to be with this energy. So I wish I could tell you we were way on the other side of it, but we're really not. We're really not. We got a little bit more time to go. You know, it's kind of like driving when there's a thick fog going on outside. And you're creeping along. And even though you can look up as you're driving and you can see where the fog has lifted in front of you, you still have to move very slow and very careful. Very slow and very careful. Don't jump too fast. I know we want to. And by all means, if you are ready to take a chance, I say jump. I want to kind of take a step back and talk about this new moon because I've seen so many reports online of everyone just saying, oh, it's the new moon and we're just so excited and we're just jumping for joy. It's a new beginning and da 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 da. And that is true to a point. And by the way, shouts out to everyone who answered the question when I said, do you remember what I told you about the moons this year? See, we started this year with a full moon and not a new moon. And that was kind of like a whole, we flipped the switch. It was a flip that happened. And so what this new moon really did, this was not necessarily about planting seeds. This is about reaping the seeds that were already planted. This was the time to look into your garden of life, and ask yourself an honest question. These things that are growing, are they really what I thought they were going to be? Is it really what I planted? Is it really what I want to see grow? Or do I need to make a little provisions here? maybe this wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be, or maybe I need to do something a little different, or maybe I need to just take this plant, pull it from the root up and take it and throw it completely in the trash and start all over again. See, we have to be honest enough with ourselves to say that. We have to be honest enough with ourselves to also say, maybe this plant right here, this plant has grown as much as it can. And now it's time to go looking for some new seeds, something different. Something a little bit more magical, something a little bit more uplifting, something a little bit more deep and connected to me. Maybe those plants I planted or those seeds I planted last time. I've been planting them for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 15 years, 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. But now I want a different kind of feel in the garden. I want the garden to look a little different. I want the plants to be a little different. I'm ready for something a little new, a little different. Maybe the soil has changed. Maybe it's richer now. And when you first started planting those seeds, the soil was kind of dry and it didn't have a lot of nutrients in it. And it didn't get a lot of sunlight, at that time. And maybe it wasn't any rain coming down to, feed the knowledge and the wisdom and the healing energy into that plant so it could go through its photosynthesis and shine and grow as bright as it needs to grow. Or just maybe nothing's wrong with the plant. You just ain't been putting it where it can get all the sunlight it needs to get. Maybe you started it out in the back of the garden over in the corner where no one could see it, but now you're ready for it to sort of come up front and be front and center so it can grow to its capacity, so it can flourish and so it can bloom and so it can reach the highest evolution in the plant world possible. So take a look at those things and apply them to your life as to where you are. It's not about chasing the new train that just came in town or chasing the new fad that's here, or jumping on to someone else's train because ultimately you don't know where their destination is taking them and where their destination is going. And if you hop on someone else's train, your ass may end up in a place you can't come back from. Because ultimately, when you hop on that train, you have now entered into a different dimension, a different set of terms of agreements that you have signed yourself up for, that you have energetic connected yourself to, and yet you have no idea what the intentions of this ride was or why this train even set out to go in the direction it needed to go and why it was moving as fast as it was appear to be moving and why the people on the train were even on the train in the beginning and who set the route for the train in the first place. You have now entered into a place, and for the moment, you're happy to be there. But you don't know where the train is going. So, It's a great time for you to map out your own destination, for you to get your own agenda together, to make your own itinerary plans, for you to buy your own ticket, for you to make your own conscious decision about where you're riding and where you're not riding, what time of day you're going to leave and what time you're going to return. Be aware of that this week. Intuition first. Emotions and feelings second. Yeah. That just came in as a strong channel. I just wanted to give it to you guys. I didn't want to hold back on that because I was feeling it in my spirit. A lot of what I've been talking to individuals about this particular week for all the things that are going on. And by the way, for those of you who want to burn the house down, be careful that you're not in it when you burn the shit down. That's all I'm saying. You can burn it down. Just make sure that your ass is not inside when you set it on fire. Because many people have set fires and don't realize they're still in the building. Literally. So don't burn the house down with you still in it. Don't burn the house down with your loved ones still in it. Don't burn the house down when all the shit that makes you who you are, that you need, still in the house. Don't do it. See, some of us here, understanding about relationships and love, we are still at the kindergarten level of that. We don't really know what it is to have healthy, thriving relationships and friendships. Because we're just now coming into the time where we're starting to learn who we are. And so to have healthy outside relationships is next to impossible because we don't have one with ourselves. It's time to grow up. And we'll be growing up in many different areas of our lives. And some of us will be growing up in many different dimensions all at one time. But I know, I hear you, I see you, I feel you. Many of you want to burn the damn house down. You want to burn it all down. But you forgot, that's still where you go sleep. That's still where you live. That's still who you are. That's still who you are. So, it's Virgo season. We're getting in touch with reality. Because being on the internet is just one dimension. Don't throw your life away for a one-dimensional dream. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. Don't throw your life away for a one-dimensional dream. You are multi-dimensional. And as beautiful of a life that you can have in one dimension, you can pull that into all dimensions. And remember, it's about being healthy. Healthy in your mind, healthy in your body, healthy in your spirit, healthy in your finances, healthy in your relationships, healthy in your love for yourself. Not one-dimensional healthy. I don't need you to be healthy and being able to quote my shit. I don't need you to be healthy and being able to quote somebody else's shit. I don't need you to be healthy and quoting what you read in a book. I need you to be healthy in you. Almighty Justice, I'm going to send you some hearts. Be healthy in who you are. And take that time. I'm telling you, the greatness, the genius inside of you. It's right there. But you keep dipping into the shadow of it. Because you're too busy looking outside yourself. Let this be a reminder. There's no one more powerful. There's no one more beautiful. There's no one more unique. There is no one more divine. There is no greater genius than the one you have inside of you. Those are the only seeds that will truly grow. Those are the only seeds that will continuously come back. Again, you ain't got to dig them up at the end of the season and go plant another seed. You ain't got to do that. When it's coming really from you, you put it in the ground. It will continuously grow season after season. You just have to keep the atmosphere healthy. That's all you got to do. And I'm not just talking. Planet Remix has been around for more than 16, 17 years. That was an authentic seed planted from me. And it has continuously grown and come back year after year after year. I want you to find that for you. And we have more than just one seed. You can do anything that is of you. Anything that is of you, you can do. Everyone is waiting on that heirloom seed that each of us hold inside of us that can't be duplicated, that can't be replicated, that you can't go find at any corner store. You can't go anywhere and find that seed. And if anyone wants it, they gotta come back to you. It is a precious heirloom. And you came here with it. And many of you are feeling frustrated right now. You're feeling stagnant right now. You're feeling like you want to give up right now. You feel angry right now. You feel like life is doing you some kind of dirty right now. You're feeling all of this. And it's all because you have not planted your heirloom seed. You haven't. You haven't put it in the ground. And the only way to unlock that is through self-love. Because self-love is going to take you into a point of self-respect. And self-respect is going to take you into a point of self-awareness. And that self-awareness is going to get you to the point of self-realization. And that is when you're going to reach your God, Goddess consciousness, when you can self-realization, when you can realize who you are. And at the same token, it will put you in a place of much compassion and service and love of everyone you meet, because you're going to realize that they too are on that same path and mission as you, and they are coming into their God, goddess self. So all of this other stuff, all of this, everything else, I want you to see it as a distraction from your greatness. It's a distraction from you. A distraction. Yeah. So we're going to get ready to go to the phone lines. We're going to do some shots out. I want to say welcome to everyone coming on in to Planet Remix Radio. So glad you're here. We got 177 people in the Blue Room alone. Definitely want us to get those likes up so our soul family can find us and know that we are live. And also, I want to give a shout out again to our moderators in the building. Shouts out to Lola Falana in the building. Shouts out to Mr. Dante in the building. And shouts out to Lance in the building. Those are our moderators in Planet Remix. If you want to know how to navigate, any questions about the call-in number, anything that we discuss, they definitely are here to help you and support you, along with all of the stars in the building, because this is where the real stars get down at, right here on Planet Remix. And so I want to welcome you all in. I do want to shout out the Divine Priestess in the building. So shouts out to all of my Divine Priestess in the building. It is so good to see you here. Sending you all love and all of the amazing work that all of you are doing. I also want to do this. I want to ring the bell for Self-Invested and to all of Self-Invested families. As you guys know, normally we would be in Self-Invested right now, but we still had a little bit of time. I told you guys we will be starting in September, and we will. So I want you to know the announcement is coming really, really soon. Like in a couple of days, I will make that announcement about joining Self-Invested, when enrollment is going to be open, how you can be a part of the Self-Invested workshop, and all the things that detail, as well as our theme for this Self-Invested season. And I know I want to say thank you all for your patience, but there are some things that Spirit is working with me when it comes to Self-Invested. I am excited. I'm a little nervous. Listen, but I'm ready. I've been born ready, so I'm ready. I'm ready for it, and I'm excited for us to dive in. It's going to be Self-Invested like never before. And I don't want to give away too many details right now. I don't want to speak on something out of turn, but I promise you, if you want to be a part of Self-Invested, please make sure you like, subscribe, and be a part, and hit that notification bell on YouTube. Also follow on social media, because I will send out the notification, but I will do a live broadcast to give those details, so that if you want to be a part of Self-Invested Workshop, you're going to hear how to sign up. Now, this year, I am going to be doing something a little limited. I'm only taking so many people in Self-Invested. But we'll talk about that when we get to it. We're going to talk about that when we get to that point. But we're going to be doing some amazing work and continue this legacy of investing in ourselves and doing the great work on the planet. So I wanted to bring you that update. I know it may not be exactly what some of you wanted to hear, but I'm just going to tell you, save your coins, because it is an investment in you. And so that you've known for quite a while. So I want you to make sure that you stay a part of self-invested, and be a part of self-invested. All right. So yeah. So next, what I want to also talk to you all about is, and oh yeah, I see you. You know, the thing about that really sometimes happens is when our insecurities come up, we start to become mean. We start to become mean boys and girls, and we start to say things to the left, But I just will let you be who you are, because that's what's also been coming up in this last 2 weeks. People have really shown themselves for who they really are. I'm not talking about who they say they are or what they say they are about, but who they really are. Out of their mouths. The foulness, the darkness, the pain, the hurt. But what I want you to understand is because that's how they feel. They are hurt. They are sad. They are living in a dark place. They are going through dark things. And so this is learned behavior. So whenever any of their triggers come up or anything happens, they feel the need to do that. That's what they feel the need to do. And then they want to gloss over it with some sort of statement or some sort of thing. But I will let you know that bullshit is not welcome here. I don't care if you put it out in the world, but it won't be here. And hey, listen, room, opportunity. Yeah. Because sometimes we think being spiritual means we just sit back and we just allow you to do things and say things to us, and we're not supposed to stand up for ourselves. We're supposed to just say, oh, we're just going to ignore that, and we're just going to, nah, that's not what it's about. That's not what it's about at all. So, you want to be an armchair revolutionary, as my dear brother raps about. You want to sit behind the keyboard and you want to pop off, and you want to say little slick shit. You want to do little slick shit. Listen, this is a perfect time to find out how much self-love is really going on. So I just want to kind of put that out there, because I feel a little, oh, I see you. And I hear you. I want you to know I do. And it's still all love. Yeah. It's still all love. Sometimes people think, I don't want y'all to get it twisted. I'm multi-dimensional. You understand? I'm multi-dimensional. I'm not one dimension. Multi. And very self-aware. Very self-aware. And I want you to be self-aware too. Very self-aware. We ain't that nation. We a different kind of nation over here. We a little different. We a little different. That's right. Tell him, Brittany, who want that galactic smoke? You ain't about that life. You think you are, but you really ain't. So anywho, welcome on in. Did we do shots out? This is a great time. Tell us who you are. Tell us who you're representing. What city, what state, and oh my goodness, what country you're representing in the building tonight. We're going to get some shots out. I see the Soul family in the building. Look at the numbers go up. It's amazing how we love drama. We love the drama. We love it. We love it. Can we say we love it? We love it. But we got to stay out of it. Unless someone brings it to your house. You know, speaking of which, most of you know I'm a Brooklyn girl, born and raised. Well, I can't say raised totally, but born and, you know, partially raised in Brooklyn. And one of the things, you know, we had a rule in our family, like, we don't fight. Like, that's not what we do. And when I was growing up, you know, fighting, you know, now I don't know what people do now. They do all kinds of things. But anyway, we didn't really do that. But one thing was a rule when everybody would support it is when someone came to your house, when someone knocked on your door to fight you, or you would have the grandmothers on the block coming outside saying, you better whoop. They came to your house? Oh, you're not coming to my house to get me. And Planet Remix is my house. This is our house. You know, that's our house in the middle of the street. Yeah, this is our house in the middle of the cosmic streets. And if you come over here with that, you at my house. In the middle of these cosmic streets. Yeah. It's so many places. It's so many dimensions that support that kind of stuff. I would definitely recommend that you try them and you don't try this, because you would stand a better chance winning in their house, not in this house. Yeah, I'm just saying. All right. So we're going to, we're going to find some music. Let me see what we're going to find. And while we're doing that, I got to figure out how to get this going. I know y'all not used to me talking like this, but listen, this week I done spoke to more people than probably around the world than I have in a minute, from every status. From billionaire on down, working with this energy. So, needless to say, I'm going to do a little bit of Michael Jackson. I'm going to blame it on the boogie. That's what's going on. I'm blaming it on the boogie. Yeah, I'm blaming it on that. Don't blame it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on the good times. Blame it on the boogie. That's what I'm blaming it on. But there you go. Let us know where you're representing, and welcome on into Planet Remix. We're going to come back. We're going to listen to some Baby Blue, and then we're actually going to start taking some phone calls. We got Mary Kay in the building. Marie Kay in the building. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Tell us who you are. Tell us what you're representing, what city, what state, what country you're representing. Welcome on in. We got Davina representing Ohio. We got Tanika representing the NC. Shaquan is representing Indianapolis, Indiana. Marie K representing South Carolina. IVE is representing NC. Welcome on in. Phoenix Nebula is in the building representing the Big Easy. Kelly B is representing Texas in the building. Lola Falana representing Chicago. We got Gio, who just celebrated a birthday not too long ago, representing the City of Angels. Karmic Evolution is representing the UK. Lance is representing Astrolight. Welcome on in. Roberta Sky is representing Georgia. Born Energy is representing West Phoenix, Arizona. Welcome on in. Let Me Be Great is representing New Jersey. And we got, wait a minute, T. Thomas, the resurrected Saturn God is representing West Los Angeles. That was a mouthful. We got Brother Man representing the Big H, Houston in the building. We got Huey Griffin representing Kingston, Jamaica. Welcome on in, Kingston. And we have Obaya representing the Blue Ridge Mountains. So beautiful. Fearless Fish is representing Brooklyn. In the building, we got Doreen, the astrologer Doreen in the house representing Newark, New Jersey. Welcome on in. And the Balanced Beauty is tapping in from Inglewood, California. And Prince is in the building representing Haiti by way of Boston. Welcome on in, Prince. We got Shiva in the house representing one of my favorite places on the planet, Durham, North Carolina. Welcome on in. Gratitude Goddess is representing Universal Citizens, Planet Remix. Welcome on in. The House of Nadra, Priestess Nadra, is representing Boston. Chemistry is representing Dallas, Texas. Welcome on in. Oh my goodness. Tribal Serpent is representing the Navajo Nation in Arizona, baby. I love it. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's going down tonight. Erica Dawson is representing the SIP, as in Mississippi. We are broadcasting all over the world. Want to say welcome to those seen and unseen into Planet Remix Radio. Once again, I am Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle, and you are tuned in. Welcome. Welcome on in, everyone. All right, Jamaica in the building. Oh my goodness. Welcome on in, you guys. Oh yeah, it's time for us to get this thing started. Oh yeah, Queens in the house. Welcome on in. The Bronx is here. Oh yeah. Oh yes, welcome on in. Bay Chemistry is in the house. Arizona. R. Longstein is representing Virginia in the building. Oh yeah. South Florida is here. Goddess Janae Love in the building. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Woo! All right. We about ready to go to the phones. I know I am. Yeah, we're about to go to the phone lines. We're about to go to the phone lines. All right. Ooh, let's listen to a little bit of Baby Blue, and then we'll be right back.
La 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 la, the remix. Hey, this is Baby Blue. And remember, if nothing else moves you, life will.
Say it with me. If nothing else moves you, life will. If nothing else moves you, life will. If nothing else moves you, life will. Life will. Yeah. Nothing else moves you, life will. I want you all to give me just a moment. Let me upload something really quick and see if I can make it stick. Let me see. Did it do it? Dang it. Why won't you do this? Let me see. Yeah, let's see. All right, so I don't have time to try to change it. So, yeah, I don't know how to do it. All right, so we're gonna go to the phone lines, and yeah, and I'm gonna kind of jump around. I want to give out that call-in number, 515-605-9794 is the number to call. And you're going to press 1 once you get on the phone lines. That's going to let me know that you want to call in and you want to talk to me. So again, 515-605-9794 is the number to call. International callers, you do need to call the U.S. country code first and then dial 515-605-9794. And that's going to get you locked in. Also, I want to let you guys know, because I tend to forget sometimes we're doing things in other places. This is why you want to be connected to Planet Remix on social media and also on the text line, because those of you on the text line know that right now the Galactic E-Files Volume 3 is available, and definitely I'm reading someone's comment. Definitely, you want to make sure that you connect with us on social media as well. But the Galactic E-Files Volume 4 is available. And this month is all about being the master student. Now, that call is going to be coming up soon, and trust me, you don't want to miss it, because I will be covering some things that are happening now, as well as some energy to take us forward into, the month of October. So that's going to be going down. So you can tap in, you can get the Galactic E-Files, you can begin to start working with that energy. And as long as they are available, they're going to be right for the time that you're in. And I know many of you have already purchased it, but I definitely want to encourage you to make sure you go back and leave a review. And you all have literally been blowing me away with the reviews. They have been awesome, the work that you're doing. I also dropped another element. So I did the element file, and this month it's what I dropped this time is the earth element. So if you didn't get water, if you didn't get fire, I would encourage you to work with this earth element, because this energy is so grounding. It's a powerful channel that came through. And I promise you, it's a way of working with earth element that maybe you've never worked with. Because what I did when I infused the earth element in this channel, I showed you how to tap into the psychic powers that are coming from the planet Earth. Usually when people start talking about energy and psychic healing and all of these things, we're always looking to the sky. And yes, that energy is coming from the sky, but most of your psychic impressions are coming from Earth. And that is infused in this earth element. It's called earth element. It's the earth plus Mother Nature's sun. And I know all of y'all love looking at Mother Nature's sun, and that activation art is there. I promise you, if you can't get it, I definitely want you to tap in, because more than a couple of thousand of you have been on the site. You have been blowing the site up to a point of trying to get everything. A lot of things are there. A lot of things have sold out, but I'm telling you, while it's available, this is definitely one to grow on, for tapping into this energy, working with the element of earth. I take you step by step, and then you get to do it yourself. It is something you're going to be cultivating within you. This is not me doing work for you. You get to learn. You get to activate these things from inside of you. So you definitely want to make sure that you are working with this earth element plus Mother Nature's sun. So it's a lot of magic to tap into there. I'm going to put up the screenshot so you'll be able to get it throughout the show. So we'll do it sometime throughout the show. To the moderators, they will definitely put the link in the Blue Room, but I'll also have it here available for everyone else too. Yeah. So here we go. We're going to get ready to go to the phone lines. So let's see. Let's go to the phone lines. And again, I'm going to be jumping around on the phone lines. So yeah, come on. Be ready to ask your question and let's go. Let's go to the caller calling in from area code 3173. 3173, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Hey, Ms.Blue. This is Shaquan from Indianapolis.
Okay, greetings, Shaquan. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
I wanted to see if you could check my, see where my chakras is, my energetic field.
You want me to see where your chakras are? I mean, did they move? What you...
Yeah, are they open, closed? Am I leaking? Or anything?
Yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a look at your energy. Do me a favor. I want you to put both of your feet on the ground for me because I see one of your legs are up, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, I got to let y'all know sometimes I really see y'all because sometimes I think y'all think, I don't know what y'all be thinking. Yeah, put both your feet on the ground for me. And let me check your energy for you. Wow, your energy looks great. Your energy looks great. You're taking energy in through all of your energy centers and you're letting them out through all of your energy centers. And you've been doing some work very intense work these last couple of days. Yeah. Your energy looks beautiful. Your energy looks beautiful. And I'm going to tell you what else I see, Shaquan. On Sundays, I send energy out to the whole soul family. And I actually see that you actually took it in. You took it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you received it. And this is really great for you because I see you really sort of having a character change. And I don't know if you're familiar with that term, but this is about you really growing up and realizing that certain parts of what you were holding on that you thought made you who you were, you have simply outgrown that. And you're ready to take a stand in your life and you're using your voice more and you're being more compassionate and you're paying attention to details more. I see you doing this. You're even catching yourself. I see you saying, wait, no, let me not do that. I need to take care of this first. I see you doing this. So congratulations. I want you to know that you are doing amazing work. And I'm so excited for you. And it couldn't come at a better time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exciting to hear because I'm like, am I doing the work? I'm not doing the work. But I've definitely been catching myself on a lot of things lately. And today I've been on an energetic high. I got to experience Londrell in person today. So that was amazing.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes.
Excited.
Yes. I'm excited for you.
One thing. So I was thinking I was going to back to school for massage therapist. I had took the test the first time and I failed it. Tomorrow I take it again.
Yes, I'm so excited for you. This is what I want you to do. You're in the perfect alignment for it. The perfect alignment for it. I want you to just go back over your short notes you worked. I want you to visualize yourself doing it. And I want you to just, you know how they say, keep that energy when you go in there to take that test. Listen. Keep that energy, sis. You got this. You go in there and you just know that you have it. Trust yourself. Stay in that calm space. And I want you to check your energy before you go in there. Well, not check your energy. That's the wrong word. I want you to sort of kind of run your energy before you go in there and just kind of feel yourself a little bit before you go in there. And you know, many of those exercises that we did, and I tell you to pull the energy up from the earth and let it come through your whole body, and then just allow yourself to sit in that vibration, do some toning with your name and do that. And I'm telling you, this is the perfect. You couldn't have picked a more divine time for you to do this. This is so in alignment for you. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you.
I be thinking sometimes I'll be doing too much, but I'm like, okay, the visions that I have in my head, I'm like, it's going to all come together.
Yes, it is. It definitely is. Yep. The vision is going to come together before you go to sleep tonight. I want you to go back over your notes again and just have that there and make sure you get everything in alignment. So tomorrow, no matter what happens on the outside, you don't let anything shake you off your square. You got this. You got this. And congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. Love you so much. And here's some sparkles. There you go. You're so welcome. Hold the line. Oh, how beautiful. Wow, how exciting. I love it. Let's go to the next caller calling in from area code 2672. 2672, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Hello.
Hello, greetings. Who's on the line?
Greetings. This is Tasha.
Hi, Tasha. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Philly.
Okay. Greetings, Tasha from Philly. How are you and how can I help?
I'm doing pretty good. Working towards being great.
Okay. Is this your first time calling in?
No, this is my... I call in all the time, but this is my second time connecting with you. We connected a few years ago.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome on in. And so, how can I help?
I would like to know about my spirit guide.
Do me a favor, Tasha. I want you to really think about that question. Okay? Just take a moment.
Okay.
I'm going to answer it for you, I promise. But I want you to really think about what you really want to ask. Because I'm just picking up that's not it. I feel like that's a, you know, I'm a little nervous. I'm going to just say spirit guide.
Okay. Well, my question is, I'm currently at a pivotal point with healing, doing some self-healing and shadow working. And I find myself, I'll do a little work and then I keep getting distracted and discouraged.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Tell me what you mean when you say shadow work, because I recognize my definition is not one that everyone subscribes to, nor should they. But I want to know when you say you're doing shadow work, kind of help us understand a little bit about what you mean when you say shadow work.
Yes. So shadow work for me is working on the parts of myself that I'm not so proud of. Like my childhood traumas that I struggle with that showed up in my everyday adult life. Things that trigger me as a result of childhood trauma that I don't know how to deal with. My emotional imbalances. And just certain behaviors that I don't like about myself.
Yeah.
So the parts of myself that I don't like and that I don't like other people to know or see about myself.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for, clarifying that for me. And so now I want you to share with me, what kind of work are you doing? So when you say you're working on it, tell me what you're doing to work on those parts of yourself you say you don't like, or those parts of your say that are childhood traumas or things that trigger you, or your emotional imbalance. How are you working on that? What does that look like in reality? What is that?
So I have a bunch of like self-help books. I just learned that I'm codependent. For a long time. I didn't understand why it seemed like I run from myself, and I'm a natural giver.
Yeah.
And I put my own feelings to the side, or things that I have to do for myself to help other people, and it's more so the people close to me. And I just learned that this codependency, and that's me actually running from myself, not being able to sit with myself and actually face the things that I need to face. So I sit with myself now, and I ask myself, like, okay, so why are you doing that? Why do you want to continue doing that when that's not helping you to elevate to where you want to get to? So instead of dedicating all my time to making everyone else happy, I'm actually sitting with myself and figuring out why I do what I do, and how can I make myself happy? How can I pour that energy back into myself? Because I'm pouring from an empty cup.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a trigger word for Ms.Blue. An empty cup, because I personally feel like our cups don't never gotta get empty. But that's a story for another day. That's a story for another day. But thank you so much for explaining a little bit of your process. And here's what I want to tell you. I want to give you a way that, and by the way, I think everything that you're doing is beautiful. Keep doing that, right? But I'm going to give you something in there, because here's how I feel about everything that you said to me is about shadow work. Everything you said is about shadow work. But really, shadow work, self-love is the new shadow work. And if you want to get out of that, shadow work that you're calling it, and asking these questions that seem to keep you in this endless loop that is so difficult to get out, you have to get into learning how to fall in love with you. So here's a homework assignment I'm going to give you. Number 1, I want you to write down 4 things that you love about Tasha. I think it's real easy because we live in this dense 3D reality. See, it's easy to pick out flaws. It's easy to pick out the negative. Like, these things are easy. It doesn't even require any higher consciousness to be able to do that. But what it does take a lot more to do is to come from that place that is elevated, a place of love. And I want you to start thinking about 4 things that you love about you. And after you get those 4 things down that you truly love about yourself, I want you to write down 4 things that you are amazing well at, that you do great. You said, I'm working towards my greatness. I want you to write down 4 things that you are great at. Okay? So now we're going to have a total of 8 things. 4 things you love about yourself and 4 things you're great at. And they can be little things. I'm not talking about things that the world may have acknowledged you for, but I want you to think about the 4 things that you're great at. And I want you to see it that way, because what I see for you, your compassion and your love for being of service and helping, that actually is a superpower of yours. Not a weakness, that's a superpower. But see, here's the thing that we can never leave out, and I did a whole show on this if you want to go back in the archives, is that we always got to remember that you can never leave X out of the equation, because X is you. And that's what's missing and why you can't get out of this shadow work. Because self-love is the new shadow work. And so you have to start falling madly in love with you. And when you fall madly in love with you, it's going to do a couple of things. I'm not talking about in love with you like just your physical appearance, right? That's a part of it, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about in love with you, like literally loving who you are, nurturing yourself from within, you know? I'm talking about, oh, I love the way I'm so thoughtful when it comes to the things in my life. I love the way I care for myself when I'm hurting, when I'm in pain. I love the way that I speak to myself. I want you to fall in love with you. And see, when we're falling in love, just think about relationships. When you're falling in love with someone or something, you want to know absolutely everything about it. And you want to ask a millions of questions. When you're new, meeting someone in the relationship and that spark is there, you're asking all kinds of questions. You want to know everything. What did you do? And how was your day? And what did you eat? And how you feeling? And who's that person? And what are you going to be doing tomorrow? I want you to fall that deep in love with yourself. Because that changes everything. See, the world has taught us so many nasty things about the ego. And there is a part of the ego that is a detriment to humanity. And we see that acting out all the time. But the truth of the matter is, if you didn't have an ego, you could not live. You could not exist. You would not get up in the morning. You would not even breathe if you didn't have an ego. So the point is not to destroy the ego, but to understand the full purpose of the ego. And just like we're evolving our consciousness, we're evolving our understanding about ourselves, understanding about our world and the people around us. And also learning how to live in a world that is mixed energy and recognizing where we choose to be and what we're choosing to create, what is for us and what is not for us, and being okay with all of it. So I want you to get more into that energy. See, no one needs to know. Sometimes we need to hear those things about ourselves, but that's easy to figure out the negative about who we are. It's easy to sit there and pick apart something and criticize and judge, and that it takes no intelligence to do that. It doesn't take a heart to do that. You don't need those things to do that. You don't need consciousness to do that. But you do need consciousness when it comes to being in love. That's why that's the most powerful thing, the most transformative thing you can do is to fall madly deep in love with you. Now, here's the thing. If you say, that's a little different for me, Ms. Blue, and it's a little hard for me to get into that energy. And as one of my spiritual teachers taught me, then this is what I want you to think about. I want you to think about a person. It could be an animal, it could be a pet, or it could be a thing. I want you to think about something you love, For me, it was my children, that love I feel for my children. And I want you to sit in that energy of that love you feel for your children. And then I want you to transfer that love to you. Because that's the same way you should feel about yourself. If you don't love yourself, do you have children?
No.
Are you in a relationship?
I am. And I have nieces and nephews who I view as my children. I'm basically their second mom.
Yeah, and you love them. You love them.
I have a deep love for them.
Yes. And see, you know that when you're thinking about the love for them, and even the love for this relationship, it's not the same. That love that you have for them is completely different than the love you have for yourself. And I want you to take all of that love you have for your nieces and nephews, and I want you to get your love for yourself that same way. That same way. See, that's real shadow work. Real shadow work is learning to love yourself. Because when you learn to love yourself, you can nurture yourself. Because see, growing up in your childhood, there were mixed signals sent to what love is and what love is not. People held you hostage on your love. When you did something they didn't agree with, then their love was taken away. Then there were people that you loved and you trusted, and they crossed those lines and they broke those boundaries of that love. So now you have to sort of kind of redo this again. So what I want you to do is I want you to just imagine when you wake up in the morning and you spend time with yourself and you talk to yourself. I got to get this next slide up, but I got to figure out how to do it because I got some power words on here for you guys that I will send. I'm going to figure out how to get it up here in a minute. But in essence, what it says is it teaches you how to love yourself by saying simple things. You are amazing. You are incredible. You are so thoughtful. You are so loving. You are so caring. Caring of yourself. You are caring of the people around you. You are the best at loving you. You take care of yourself. You take care of the things around you. You have to become your best friend. You know how Beyonce sings, I figured out I got to learn how to be my own best friend. You got to learn how to be your own best friend. And see, self-love, the foundation of self-love is your self-talk. And you've got to upgrade. Did many shows over the years about upgrading our self-talk. Because see, when you're more in love with you, you show up better for everyone and everything in your life. Everything you're creating and you do turns out so much better. So that's what you got to do. You got to fall deep in love with Tasha. That's who you got to love.
Okay.
You don't need to keep working on those things that's not working. You don't need to do that. They're going to eventually take care of themselves. Because when you're deep in love with yourself, you're not compromising. You're not mistreating yourself, and you're not mistreating others. You're not being mean to other people. You're not being malicious. You're not doing any of that because there is not that exists inside of you, and you're not going to want to do it to other people. And then here's the other thing. You're going to recognize your own boundaries. You're going to know where you start and where other people end. You're going to be more available to stand up for yourself, to express yourself. You're going to be able to say, no, I don't agree with that. You're not going to be on the fence all the time. You're not going to try to be, over here and over there and in the middle. And you're not going to do that. You're not going to be indecisive. You're going to know, oh, yes, this is what I want. So use more of those feelings in your life when they come up for you. Oh, I absolutely love doing that. Oh, I love listening to Planet Remix. Or, oh, I love taking a shower. Emphasize those things when they are connected to you. And don't be afraid to say absolutely not. That is not something I'm interested in at all. See, it goes both ways. These are some indications when you know that you have fell madly in love with you. And your triggers will become less, even though that word trigger is a tricky kind of word, because sometimes we need triggers so we can exercise how far we've grown. See, if nothing ever sort of puts you back into a position so that you can respond from where you are, how do you know you've grown? So you will have tests that come along the way, and some of them will be divinely ordered by you, and some of them will just be a checkpoint to your next destination. So don't get confused by either.
Okay.
All right?
Yes. Thank you.
So I'm excited for you, Tasha. I want to hear about those 4 and 4 once you get them, the 8 things. So fall madly in love with you. That's going to solve 99.9% of your problems right there. We don't need to spend time about what we hate about ourselves. I'm all for a very real evaluation of who we are, but that becomes very tricky when we don't love ourselves because we don't know where those boundaries are. So fall in love with yourself and you'll be able to take an honest look at you. You'll be able to take an honest look at you, not your past. Stay out of the past for now. Stay out of it. Take an honest look at you because right now you're a grown woman, a beautiful, intelligent, powerful grown woman. And yes, that childhood might have been a little topsy-turvy. Yes, you might have been in some very bad relationships. Yes, you might have done some things you're not proud of. But today, you can choose to do something different. You can create a new future. If you keep living in the past, you're only going to build it again in the future. Because our words, our thoughts, our actions that we do is creating our tomorrow. So you got to know that if you're spending time mulling over things of the past, you are only guaranteeing that they will show up again in your future. They're just going to be a different person. They may be in a different place. It may be look a little different. It may sound a little different. It may taste a little different, but it's going to be the same lesson. So we are done with repeating lessons that didn't work for us. I'm all for going in the past for things that worked, but that didn't. That's it. That's it. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So there you go. So make sure you come back and let us know. It's some great products. I don't know if you have the Galactic E-Files or any of the elements, but I would encourage you to begin to start working with those energies. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do. I have the one, the shower one. The one that you do in the shower.
The H2O elevation? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Well, do me a favor.
I have that one.
I need you to use it. I need you to do it.
Okay.
I'm glad thank you for buying it, but it does you no good if you're not doing it. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to do that because it's going to show you how to run your energy, tap into your intuitive powers, and really just get you into that energy. So keep working with that and keep doing the things you're doing, but most importantly, keep trusting yourself and loving yourself. Learn how to fall in love with you. You already know what it feels like to not like you. You don't need any more lessons in that scenario. None. Now it's time to learn how to love yourself. Okay? So self-love is the new shadow work. So there you go. All right. Well, peace and love. Thank you so much for calling in. Yeah.
Peace and love. Thank you, Ms. Blue.
You're welcome. Guess what, you guys? I can't find the screen. It like totally disappeared. Okay. I know y'all think I'm kidding, but can you still hear me? Tasha?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I can still hear you.
Okay. Well, I'm glad Tasha's still there because I'm not there. I'll be back there in a minute. I just, multi-dimensional here, just kind of traveling through the galaxy. Here I am. All right, Tasha. Peace and love. Let me give you some sparkles. There you go. Peace and love.
Thank you, Ms. Blue.
You're welcome.
Peace and love.
Peace and love. Oh my goodness, the whole screen disappeared. Let's go to the next caller calling in from area code 2107. 2107.
Oh yeah, they roam over there, honey. They be roaming.
2107. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hello. Greetings. Who's on the line,
Hello?
please?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, it's Kiara. I have a question.
Who's on the line, please? Hold on.
I'm sorry, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. You ain't got to change your voice. We already heard you. She like, ooh, wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. I'm live, y'all.
I know, right?
It's okay. Listen. We all do it. It's all good.
Okay. Okay. My kid's father, he has passed away.
Wait a minute. Do me a favor. First, tell us who you are and tell us where you're calling from.
Mm-hmm. Kiara in Texas.
Okay, Kiara in Texas. Okay, Kiara. Greetings, Kiara in Texas. Okay. Oh, that was too beautiful. Let me give you some sparkles.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
I feel like I need some closure.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I find myself being so sad sometimes, and then kids they'll break down and they'll cry, and I know that he has to be around because of my kids. They always, she's like, "Mommy, I see him and I feel him."
Okay. Do me a favor. Take us back because in the beginning I kind of didn't hear. So tell us the story.
Okay.
Tell us again. Tell me again why you're calling in. I got something about your kid's father passed away. So just tell me your question. Don't tell me about him. Just tell me your question. And by the way, we're all just sending you so much love and our condolences as well too. So yeah, tell me that. Yeah. So tell me your question. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think I need to get some closure from him because he did pass away. It wasn't on good terms.
That's okay. Don't tell me no. No. Don't tell me no. I don't want no details. Only reason I get details even from the readings here is because Planet Remix is kind of like our university here. And so I know we all can learn. Everyone is here learning. So that's the only reason I kind of engage them with some questions because I want us all to, be learning as we go. But okay, so your child's father passed away, and I heard you say you guys were not on good terms. All right, and so tell me what you want from me. Don't tell me about him, but tell me what you want. from me? What do you want? Closure? You want to connect with him? Is that who you're looking to connect with?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this your first time calling in?
No. No, ma'am.
Okay, I've talked to you.
I called in before.
Okay, you've talked to me before. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can bring him through.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question. Did he pass away within the last 5 years?
He just passed away about 90-something days ago.
Yeah, within the last...
It was in May. Yeah.
Okay, so within the last 5 years, okay. Because I feel like 5 years was sort of a turning point for him. And I don't know if that's before you two met or were together, but I feel like 5 years ago was a turning point for him. I see something and he's holding a suitcase. So he let me know that he moved between places where he stayed. So he was staying, he traveled, he moved between two places. So he's showing me that even though he might have been living one place, that's not where he was from. Is that making sense to you? Like he was one place, but he moved and lived another place, and he kind of traveled a lot. Okay. I really feel like this is him. You said 5 months ago, but I really feel like he knew he was going to pass almost 2 or 3 years. I'm even going to say maybe 5 years out, he started having a feeling that he wouldn't be around much longer. And it was even then he said he's began to start getting very reckless with his life. And so he started doing things that even people who knew him, they kind of felt like he was doing things out of character, like way out of character, like, taking chances on things. This is what he's showing me. He's also showing me this table. It's like a small table. It could be like a nightstand. And on this nightstand, he's showing me he used to keep a gun there, like sleep with a gun. Are you aware of this? Did you know this? Okay. Did you know?
No, I didn't know, but I know he kept guns because of what he was living recklessly. His mother had passed away, and he kind of said he didn't have things. That he didn't have much to live for, and I always remind him, you do have your kids,
Yeah, and how long ago? And I'm sorry to hear that. How long ago did his mother pass away?
I want to say 2 years ago, maybe.
Maybe about 2 years ago. And so was his mother sick prior to her passing?
She had something. I'm not sure what it was, but it was unexpected because she was, she was okay when I saw her last. I didn't know she was sick to the point where,
that she would pass away. Yeah. Well, his mother is with him. I'm going to say that what the 5 year span was showing me that it was leading up to that. Like he was doing things, he said, out of character. And in essence, you sort of kind of put that puzzle piece together that he really didn't feel like he had anything. When he lost his mother, he felt like he lost a part of his spirit, his soul. He felt totally abandoned, when his mother left, and he started.
I left.
Okay, and then you left.
Yeah, and I left within those 5 years. I left in 2018.
Okay. So now we understand the 5 years. So 5 years is making sense to you, because that was the first thing he said. And so, and I didn't mean to cut you off. I just want to kind of give you everything, and then I definitely will give you a chance to come back and share with me. But he's also saying that he was confused. He was very confused. And when I say confused, he was confused about how to move himself forward. Like he couldn't figure it out. He couldn't figure out how to live without his mother. He couldn't figure out how he was going to continue on. He didn't know what life was going to look like for him. And also the other thing that he's also stating is that there was something that he was accused of that he actually didn't do. And that bothered him. Like, it made him so angry that people thought he did it, but he didn't do it. And just hold that thought, because he's expressing a lot of his anger and a lot of his frustration about things. Okay. And the other thing that he's saying, and literally he has tears falling down his eyes, crying. He's so sad about this. And this is probably what you were speaking of, because now he says he's kind of ready to talk about it, is that he knew he was going to leave. And he didn't want you to be close to him when it happened. And so he did purposely do mean, hateful things to get you away from him. He just felt like he was so out of control. And he wanted you to take the kids and go. Just get away from him, because he felt like at that point there were people in the streets looking for him. You know, it was like a lot of stuff going on. Like, a lot of people wanted to, I'm just going to tell you, a lot of people wanted him dead. They wanted him gone for things he had done. And he did not want to put you and the children in jeopardy because of things and mistakes that he did. But he's saying in his heart of hearts, he loved you. He loved you. He loved you, and he still loves you, and he loves the children. He loves them all. He's mentioning all, and I'm not sure why, but he's mentioning all. And I'll tell you this, when spirits say, I love them all, there's an indication, and I'm not trying to call anything out. I'm just giving it to you as he's given it to me. There's an indication that one or some of the children may not be his, but he's saying, I love them all. All. When I hear a spirit say, I love them all, then I know that there is a paternity court, or either there's a child that may not be his, but he's expressing his love for all of your children. Like, he loves them all. He doesn't want you to think there is a separation for him, because he can see things totally different now that he's on the other side. And so he, you know, is that making sense to you for him to say, I love them all? Yeah. Okay. So good. Next thing he's saying is he wants the best for you. You deserve a love that was different from him. And he's saying that he loved you, but he didn't, what he showed you was not love. And he says he's doing his best to teach you that from the other side as much as he can, to teach you that what he gave you, he did love you, but what he showed you was not love, was not love. He's honest about that. As much as it hurt him at that time, he can see now that what he was showing you was not love, but he does love you. And he can see how you had unconditional love for him and stayed by his side when everyone else had pretty much abandoned him. He had been abandoned himself, but you stayed by his side, and he had to do things to force you to get away from him, because he was so afraid for your life and the children and the children's life. And that was his thing. The other thing that he wants you to know is that nothing you can do will make him think bad of you, or have some sort of shame for him. Nothing you can do. And he doesn't want you or the children to have any part of that life that he was involved in. None. Like, none of it. In fact, on the eve of his passing, he tried desperately to get a message to you. Are you aware of that?
No.
So I don't know if
I had blocked him.
Right. And this is what, yes, this is what he's saying. He tried to call you. He tried desperately to get a message to you. But the message that he wants to get to you is to let you know that he loves you and he loves the children. And he wants you to get far, 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 far away from anything that reminds you about his life. Because he doesn't want you to be connected, or his children or the children to be connected with any of that. That is not love. That will not breed love. None of it. And he's also sending a big hug, kiss, and sorry to your mother. So I don't know if him and your mother got in some confrontation or had words exchange, but he's sending so much love to your mom. To your mom.
Well, they always used to talk, and well, you know, they got into it a while ago, 5 years ago, when we were all into, you know. But they used to talk on the phone, like when we wasn't on the best of terms, he'll call her and talk to the kids and things like that.
Yes. So here's another 5 mark part, because he's saying, please tell your mother she was right. And he knew she was right. And he loves her and thanks her for those words he spoke to him. Those words she spoke to him. He thanks her for that. And thanks her for the role that she played and all of the family played in being a support system when he couldn't be one for himself. But he definitely does not want his son to go down this road, and he doesn't want his daughter to experience any of this kind of love, because it wasn't love. He loved you, but what he showed you was not love. This was him in a very broken and hurt state. A very confused state that he was in, a very self-destructive state that he was in. And he says he's truly sorry. He will forever be your guardian angel for the whole entire family. And again, he keeps saying all the children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he has 2 other kids, and she says they said that they were his, you know, they look like them.
Well, he's acknowledging all the kids, but he's specifically talking to you and your children. So I'm guessing you must have a child that is not by him.
I don't know. Both of them are his. I don't know what kids.
Okay. Are you currently pregnant?
I took a test and it said no.
Okay. All right.
But that was like last week.
Yeah. So you took a test last week because you thought there was a possibility that you could be pregnant. I only tell you this, and you know, congratulations, hopefully, if you are, or congratulations if you're not. But when a spirit tells me, tell someone I love all the kids or all the children, for me, that's an indication that there is a child, that there is a question in the paternity, or either there's a child that is with that person that they know is not their biological child. And so I just ask you that. Was there ever any kind of question of the paternity of the 2 children you had for him?
No.
By him?
His.
Okay. And not by you.
I am with this other guy. No, I haven't had any other kids, but just those 2 that I have with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I am with this other guy, and I don't know if he's seeing something in the future. I don't know.
Yeah. But he does want you to know he is truly, truly sorry. And he loves you dearly. And he will forever be grateful because a part of him knew he would be leaving early, and this is why he wanted to have children. And in his mind, he wanted to have more children because he wanted to.
I was going to have a lot.
See, yeah. See, I'm telling you.
He wanted to have a lot of kids.
Yeah, he wanted to. Now, he does plan on reincarnating back at another time and another place. But he does want you to know, under no circumstances, he lived a very reckless life. And he's truly sorry for the things he said to you last, for the things he did to you last, that he was literally out of his mind. And he's truly sorry because he loves you.
Can you tell him that I forgive him? I forgive him and I love him too.
Yes. And he knows that. But he's still making it very, very clear to you that he doesn't want you to think that what you experienced with him was love. That was not love, even though he loves you deeply. Yeah.
Okay.
He said, if you want to know what love is, look at his children, because they are showing you the best parts of him. And that's what he wants you to nurture. That's what he wants you to care for. And that's what he wants you to hold on to.
Because I see them in his eye, in their eyes and stuff.
Yes. Yes. And he's around them all the time, and you. So the children will tell you that they see him. They are connected with him. They are close to him. Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter says she has all these dreams and stuff, and I'm like, the dream world is a different world, and, I believe that, when you do go to sleep, you do travel.
That's right. And you should encourage her to know that it's beautiful she sees her father in the dream world, especially if it's a loving dream, because I guarantee you, he is there protecting those children and protecting you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Ooh, that was a tough one. I wanna give you some sparkles.
Okay.
And the babies.
Thank you.
You're so welcome, and peace and love to you. And he's definitely standing right behind you, kissing you and holding you right now. So there you go. So peace and love to you and the babies. Hold the line.
Thank you. Okay.
Ooh, that was a big one. Ashe and blessings to that sister and to those babies on that. Let's go to the next caller calling in from area code 5613. 5613, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are, my goodness, and where you're calling from.
Hello?
Hello, greetings. Who's on the line?
Hi, this is TJ. I'm from South Florida.
Okay. Did you say TJ? I want to make sure I got it right.
Oh, no. No, it's PJ, like peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, okay. My bad. PJ. Greetings, PJ. Yes. And you're calling in from Florida. Welcome on in. Is this your first time calling in?
No, it's not.
Okay. And I apologize for that. I do want to say this. I promise you guys, I'm not trying to be funny, but I talked to so many people, and very early on in my journey, I noticed, because it used to frustrate me, sometime in the beginning, I was a little worried because I couldn't remember after I finished a reading with someone. But then my guides let me know they do it on purpose. Kind of like Men in Black. They wipe me clean. So if I don't remember, that's the reason why. But the good news is you ain't got to worry about me running my mouth, because I don't even remember what I told you. All right.
Well, no offense taken.
Okay.
No offense.
I just want, every now and again, I've said this for years, but I like to bring that in so you all can know. And so you can kind of know. So, I share more about my journey with you guys. I try to every opportunity to really kind of put those little sparkles in there so y'all can find out more about me. And so really when I'm doing this, I look a little strange too. So yeah, there's that. But go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay, I just wanted to ask about my spirit guides, whatever you can tell me about them, please.
You want to know about your spirit guides? Well, I will tell you this currently right now, PJ, the total number of spirit guides that you have with you is 5. You have 5 spirit guides that are currently with you. Now, those 5 spirit guides are all standing in front of temples. And inside of those temples, there are hundreds of guides that are with them. So you have 5 spirit guides. When 5 spirit guides come up, there's a couple of things happening. Number 1, you are kind of at the crossroads. There's a decision you got to make. Something's coming up. You got to make some decisions. And those decisions have to deal with the past and the future. If you look at the number 5, write it down on a piece of paper. Write 5 down. And for those of you in the blue room, even though I can't see y'all right now, but in the blue room, type the number 5. 5 is a number that sits on a rocker. And what happens when we start to infuse energy into the number 5 through our consciousness and with our magnetic field, it is either going to hold us solid in the present or it's going to rock us forward into the past. Rock us forward into the future or rock us into the past. And so right now it's 5. And your 5 is rocking back and forth. That means that you're going back to things in the past, then you're coming back, and then you're kind of rocking forward to the future. And your guides are here to help you with that decision that you are rocking forward to move towards a greater understanding and destiny in your life right now. A greater destiny in your life. Yeah. All right. So you have 5 spirit guides and they're standing in front of the temple. So that means that if there is something that is troubling your heart at this time, and trust and believe there is something troubling you at this time, correct?
Yeah, I'd say so.
So here's what I want you to do. I want you, because this is a year that's standing out, and we're going to play a little game if you're up for a little game. PJ, you up for a little game?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, we got to have fun here too. So here's the game. I'm going to ask you a year, and I want you to tell me, because Spirit is taking me back to this year as being a pivotal point in your life. And I'm showing that this point may even be some tragedy. It can even be trauma that has happened. And the year is 1979. Tell me what your connection with 1979 is.
I moved. Yeah, I moved.
And tell me a little bit about that move for you in 1979, like what led up to the move, and, tell me a little bit about that.
It was just that my mom, she needed to move back home, so she moved herself and her family, back home, and it was quite a ways away from my hometown. It was not traumatic, but it was just, distance-wise, it was a big move.
So did you move back with your mother?
No, I'm sorry, I was a kid at the time, so yeah, I was with her. We moved.
Right. So you all moved. And why did your mother have to move?
She wasn't in the best of health, and she was a divorced woman trying to raise a couple of kids, and I think it was just hard for her. Just doing so much on her own. I think she needed to be around her family.
Yeah. And how old were you at the time?
About 12.
About 12 years old.
Yeah.
There is a song by Donna Summers called MacArthur's Park. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh, yeah, I like that song.
Yeah. Your guides led me to that song. And let's do this, because even though I am familiar with Donna Summers, I don't really know much about, other than if I hum this song, I don't know much about MacArthur's Park. But since we're playing the game that Spirit said, we're going to play this game, Ms.Blue. We're going to play this game. So here we are, PJ. We're going to play this game. Give me just a second. And here we go. All right. So I want to read the words of MacArthur's Park. It says,
okay.
Spring was never waiting for us, dear. It ran one step ahead as we followed in the dance. MacArthur's Park is melting in the dark. All the sweet, green, icy flowing down. Someone left the cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it, 'cause it took so long to bake it. And I'll never have that recipe again. Oh no. I recall the yellow cotton dress, foaming like a wave, on the ground beneath your knees. The birds, like tender babies in your hand. And the old man playing Chinese checkers by the trees. MacArthur's Park is melting in the dark. All the sweet and green icy flowing down. Someone left the cake out in the rain. And I don't think that I can take it, 'cause it took so long to bake it. And I'll never have that recipe again. Oh no. MacArthur's Park is melting in the dark, and all the sweet, green, icy flowing down. Someone left the cake out in the rain, and I don't think I can take it, 'cause it took so long to bake it, and I'll never have that recipe again. Oh no. What did that or does that mean to you? And I want you to think about your situation from when you were a child.
I'm sorry. I guess I don't really get a connection.
So moving under those circumstances, do you feel it changed your life?
Yeah, I guess it did.
And how did you feel once you all moved?
Not as happy.
Not as happy. So that part in the song when it says, someone left the cake, because we know cakes are about celebration. It's about happy times. It's about joyful times. When someone left the cake out in the rain. So everything is melting. And so that means no one can eat the cake. And it also means that we can't even bake the cake again because we don't have the recipe. Now, what I want you to do is to think about this decision that's upon you right now. And I want you to fast forward from that time when your mother had to move and things were changing, and you knew no matter what you decided to do, things will never be the same again. Can you relate now?
I guess I can a little.
Yeah. I want to put that on your heart, maybe listening to that song, because 1979, Spirit is showing me energetically that same feeling you were feeling then is the same energy that's around you right now. And it's okay if you can't relate to that. That's fine. I'm an oracle, and I tend to sometimes get oracle-ish when I'm speaking to people. So that's fine. But if you want to share with me what is heavy on your heart right now, then I can give you more direction. I know what it is, but it's up to you because you're being a little reserved. But I will tell you, a closed mouth can't get fed.
Well, I guess part of my question is that, there's like a brick wall between me and this thing called the spirit world.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, I have to take a small tangent here. One of the reasons also I asked this question specifically, some years ago, I don't really remember a lot about my dreams, but some years ago, a cat told me that somebody was watching after me, and this cat gave me a name. And when I woke up, I scratched it down as best I could. And for the longest time, I've just been almost pleading, like, step forward, tell me something, show me something. And again, that brick wall.
Mm-hmm.
And, part of the question was to find out who or what this thing or a person was. And to go back to your question, part of what just bugs me is that in all the years I've been interested in this type of thing, that brick wall is just there, and I don't know how to get through that.
Yeah. Well, we're both on the same, how can I say, we're both driving on the same road, because this has to do with 1979 when you moved. And that's when you learn how to shut your feelings and your emotions down. And so this is why I'm taking you back to that point where you can really allow yourself to feel, to truly feel, not just feel your love. That's important, definitely, for you to love yourself. But it's also important to know when you're happy, truly happy. It's important to know when something makes you sad. It's important to also know what anger feels like in your body, and you've become numb to your own emotions. And one of the ways to connect with spirit is through the heart. Because often when we connect through the mind, this is when sometimes we end up getting off the elevator in the basement when we think we're on the top floor. But when you connect with spirit through the heart is where the physical and the spiritual world meet. And this is where true love lies. So I want you to do some exercises. I want you to put that song on, and I want you to take your hand and place it over your heart. And I want you, while you're listening, to make sure you can feel your heartbeat. And for the first couple of times, I just want you to listen, because what you're listening for is to see what comes up, see what gets triggered, see what you're feeling in your body. So I want you to focus on feeling. And the more and more that you do this, And you can play around with other songs. You can even do it with no music. Before you go to sleep late at night, I want you to visualize your heart with a gate on it. And I want you to visualize any kind of gate you want. It can be a beautiful gate with roses on it or some sort of vine covering it. It can be tall. It can be arched, however. And I want you to visualize that gate opening up over your heart when you go to sleep. And I want you to think about all the people in the world that you love. And I want you to visualize love leaving your heart and just traveling out into the ethers to the people you love. And then after you're done with that, I want you to leave that gate open. And I want you to visualize all the love coming back in to your heart. So everything that you're feeling and everything that you know yourself to be, it is there. And I really love, PJ, that analogy you gave. It's like you're on the side of the wall and you know it's something on the other side, but you can't get through the wall. And so this is how you're going to break down the wall. I did a show and I talked about the walls of Jericho coming down because it's based on a frequency. It's based on a vibration. And that frequency and that vibration is based on your thoughts. It's based on your emotions. It's based on your feelings and your actions and the words you speak and the things that you do. And this is how you're going to take brick by brick by brick and take that wall down. But trust me, all of this started in 1979. You trained yourself then as a young child on how to separate your feelings so they would not impact you. And now you're ready to experience something different, for real. Not mind-made emotions, because see, the mind is powerful. And it does serve us well, but the mind makes emotions. I'm not talking about mind emotions. I'm talking about true, authentic emotions. That's how we connect with spirit. Not through the mind, but through our spirit. All right?
Okay. Thank you. Before I go, would you happen to have any information on what that cat told me?
Well, the cat was speaking to you when you were open to receive at that moment. The cat is just letting you know that there is an existence that you cannot see with your physical eye. So the cat was validating to let you know that, hey, there's a whole world out here. There are people who love you and care about you and is protecting you. Because at that time you needed an extra layer of protection in your life, as you're needing right now.
But I'm pretty sure it was a he, gave me a specific name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I guess that's what I'm curious about.
One of your spirit guides at that particular time. And what I'm picking up is one of your soul guides. See, we have spirit guides that come and go, and we have soul guides. And when your soul guides are with you, they're guides that have agreed to stay with you throughout this entire lifetime. So that's one of your soul guides' names. So I would encourage you to connect with this soul guide. But first, what I want you to do is to get a little bit more grounded. I would love for you to work on loving yourself some more and taking down that wall. And then you're going to really understand this message, because this has been that beam of light that has kept you searching for more than what your eyes and your mind is telling you. See, cats teach us how to tap in to our intuitive nature, because cats are intuitive by nature. They begin to speak to us telepathically. And so we have to go very deep to get in sync with the energy of the cat. which our ancestors out of ancient Egypt, out of Kemet, they actually made the domesticated cat, and they left a lot of the secrets of the mysteries, as we call them, in life, in the universe, in the cats. So the greater quest here is not the name of the spirit guide, but to be able to connect with the spirit guide. And it's kept you on this quest so that you can realize more about yourself. I know it can be real easy for me to just give you the answer, but that's not going to feed you. That's not going to satisfy your spirit, because you haven't got to the root of what's going on. And the root of what's going on is that you have abandoned yourself when it comes to your emotional well-being, your spiritual well-being, and loving yourself and understanding where your power is, to get back into your heart, to be able to feel your magic and know that you are magic and that you are creating your reality. And to fall deeply back in love with yourself. Instead of these dark moments that you're having, you can recognize that at any moment you can get out of these places very easily. And it starts with taking this wall down and connecting back to your heart and your love, and to recognize that love is being sent to you, but you're also sending love out. Because you stopped sending love out a long time ago.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So let me give you some sparkles. You ready? I want you to just kind of visualize your heart opening up to receive them. And here we go. Ooh, that was a good one. Did you feel that?
Yes, thank you.
There you go. One more, and then one more for the road. There you go. All right, PJ.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Peace and love. Hold the line. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That was good. So listen, Soul Family. I want to make sure that let me get rid of some of these things, because I didn't even get to show you guys all these little fancy things that I did here. But let me see if I can get it to show up for us here. Let me see. How we feeling? How's everybody feeling? How we all doing? Yeah, there we go. So just want to make sure that that number one, as we move into this week, I pulled one of the numerology cards from my numerology deck. And if you guys have it, 1313 came up again. This is let love lead the way and trust yourself, which is also important to make sure you are trusting yourself. I also want to remind you that if you do not have the Galactic E-Files Volume 4, that you definitely get it. All you have to do is scan the QR code there, and it will take you straight to the files. And also want to let you know the Akashic Records, the files are open. So if there's still some available, I know a couple of people purchased it today, but if it's still available, you want to get that, because this is a perfect time to write in the records. And I definitely want you all to tap into those Akashic files. Earth element is available. Mother Nature's Sun. Really, you want to definitely get that. But the Galactic E-Files Volume 4, when you purchase the Galactic E-Files Volume 4, you're going to get a download that comes with it. And I'm going to take you through. It's going to be this energy for whenever you get it. It is available for this time. But I promise you, when you get it, you're going to be able to work with it from now and for a long time. It's a lot of work in there. Many of you have already left comments under. I want to encourage you to go and definitely, if you purchase any of the digital magic, that you leave comments. This is what I want to tell you. On the call, which will be coming up within a week or so of this month for the Galactic E-Files Volume 4, because once you purchase this, it secures your seat with a one-on-one call with us together in our own dimension. We're going to get together in our own portal, and we're going to be doing some work together. I have some amazing messages for the Galactic E-File Volume 4. Because I'm going to be talking about the master student. And I see many of you are verifying. So let this be confirmation. We're not playing with it. You see the Pegasus is showing up. And I'm going to break down that channel from the Pegasus that came in for the master students going forward. And we're going to talk about all of those things and give you some more power dates. I know I put power dates in there, but I'm going to give you more power dates for you to begin to work with throughout the rest of the year in the Galactic E-Files Volume 4. And some other downloads and channels that are coming in. We're going to do a live activation. And last month, listen, they just needed me to up the antes because you guys got 2 calls last month. Because remember, this is not just you working through the Galactic E-Files in Volume 4. This is me working too. We're doing this work together. And when I say you're going to be meeting with me one-on-one and everyone else in the Galactic E-Files, no. This ain't one-on-one. It ain't going to be me and you. It's going to be me and us. Let me clarify. I don't want to get ahead of myself. But I'm going to give you that, and you don't need to do anything. All you need to do is secure your spot for the call. That's going to go along with the Galactic E-Files and Volume 4 is to download, is to get the Galactic E-Files Volume 4. It's on the site. I think it's still available for right now. Lots of seats have sold, but definitely we want this one to be a sellout. We are in a 9 universal month. I will tell you that, not a universal month, a 9 month. This vibration and frequency changes everything. It literally does. And if you have the understanding as a master student, then you will know how to navigate to maximize what's to come for you. We have a couple of more months left in this year, and there are some very, very beautiful, elevating opportunities. And I want you all to be able to recognize them within yourself and whatever it is you're working on, whatever part of your life you're working on, so that you can tap into all of this energy. We're having another changing of the guards coming up, even though some people thought it happened before. No. Spirit has laid it out, and I have those dates for you. And also to tell whether or not you are in alignment to receive that. And the Pegasus is coming in with a powerful message. Very powerful message. And I'm going to be sharing that download, that channel I received from them, as well as the Oracle Council. I'll be sharing that message as well. So listen, we're going to get ready to get out of here. I absolutely love the time that we get to come together. If you're listening to this, and I want you to come back, and in the comment section, I want you to put a unicorn in the comment section, because that's going to let me know that you listened to the end. And I also want you to share a high frequency message of your takeaway, what you took away, because, it's different from all of us, for all of us. And so many of you tell me how much you learn from the community when you're here, when we're sharing our stories, when we're sharing the things that we're going through, when we're sharing the things that are happening in our lives, and when We have our bold sisters and brothers that come on and share where they're at. We all have an opportunity to learn from each other in a place that's filled with love, because love is the only thing that's real here on planet Earth. It's one of the highest frequencies that can transform energy in an instant. We got to get a good, healthy understanding of that love. It's not just what exists between our legs. This is something so much deeper than that. And this is understanding that shadow work, because we all are admittedly doing a form of shadow work, but it has a new title. It has upgraded itself to self-love. Self-love is the new shadow work. And I know I said that first. My guides dropped that on my heart some years ago. Self-love is the new shadow work. I promise you, the world is going to have to keep up, because it is. So, I want us to be good to each other. Be good to yourself. Listen to the cosmic voice that's coming from within, inside of you, your intuition today, throughout the rest of the week. Trust it. If some shit tell you to get up and leave and go, you're not getting up and leaving out of fear. You're leaving because your intuition is saying, this right here, this frequency, you need to leave. Trust it. If something tells you, yes, this is what you need to do, listen to it. Make sure it's coming from your higher self. Get into your spiritual work. We have some more tricky days that are coming up. And these are days that are really testing us on really seeing, did you really come back here? Did you really volunteer to come back here? Are you a part of the solution, or are you a part of the problem? And I'm talking about within yourself. It's a question to carry along the week with ourselves. Am I being a part of my solution, or am I a part of my problem? And right now, you can tap into your solution. It lives inside of you. And even though you will have amazing beings on the planet, such as myself and many of you that are here to assist and guide and to give you information, we are not here to live your life for you. You are an independent, spiritual, powerful being, capable of things greater than you ever could imagine. And ultimately, your life, your decisions, and your choices is in your hands. They don't belong in your doctor's hands, your mama's hands, your daddy hands, your children's hands, your baby daddy, your baby mama hand, your spiritual teacher, your leader, your pastor, your preacher, your nurse, your friend. None of that. Your sister, your brother, it belongs to you. So you are not meant to be alone. You are here to be here with others, and we can be that light to help each other. But ultimately, every choice, every decision is up to you. And that is not something you should ever fear. If you fear, I want you to lock in on Planet Remix, put it on every device in your house, and I want you to go into the archives and find a show that speaks to you and keep listening. Because we have years and years and years and years and years of archives where I've been saying the same thing. So I want you to love yourself till you can't love yourself no more. Love yourself and love yourself some more. It's going to give you more compassion. It's going to give you more self-expression. It's going to give you more awareness. It's going to help you tap into your intuition to be able to know when to say yes and to say no, when to stand up and listen, and when to stand down. When to just stand down. You will know. You will know when to do it. So, that's all I got to say. Or else I'll be up here all night. Because y'all will have me all night in these cosmic streets, but it's a pretty busy week. It was a busy week last week. I'm so grateful. I'm so honored. I want to send love out to everyone that I was able to give extra support to that called in. And I want to say this, I will be giving those dates. Everything is still to come, but I'm waiting on spirit. And I tell you guys, I know that can be very uncomfortable because we like to have things when we want them. And I do too, but I'm being a part of the process. I'm really in the flow with this. And so I will let you know once my books open back up and you can start signing up for the one-on-one readings that I've been telling you all year. That's coming, because that's coming. Self-Invested is coming. The Galactic E-Files is coming. I will say this, once Self-Invested start, I'm not sure if I will continue the Galactic E-Files. We'll see. So I would encourage anyone to definitely get in, because I may have to pause it for a minute. I may have to pause the Galactic E-Files for a minute once Self-Invested starts. Because, you know, we go all in Self-Invested. We roll up our pant legs, our sleeves. Everybody in Self-Invested know how we get down. We do the work. And you know, and it shows. The work shows on everyone who's been a part of Self-Invested. Because once Self-Invested, always Self-Invested. And so we are still in 2023. And we're coming to a point where we're crossing the horizon of the energy of 2024. So I will let you know when the start date is for Self-Invested. I haven't put it out yet. But when I know, you will be the first to know, because I will let you know. But I don't have a date yet, because I'm waiting on spirit. Yes, I could have rushed it. I could have did it exactly the way we've always done it. I could have just said yes. I could have disregarded everything and just did it. But no, I'm not. No. So I will let you know. I know it is going to be this month. I will get the information to you and I will let you know. And so I will ask that you stand and be patient and trust with me. Because I'm moving with divine time in this. And I promise you it will be the perfect time for you. So I want to give you that. Let me see if it's anything else I forgot to mention. Don't forget to hit me up over on social media, on Instagram, all of those different places. You can always reach out to me to questionforblue@gmail.com. I will tell you, I am a little behind on emails. I am working my way through them to connect with you guys as well. Lots of things on the horizon that is coming. But we will be doing the Master Student, the Galactic E-Files Volume 4. We will be doing that call. That call is getting ready to come up soon. And I don't know this time here's the thing. In order to get the call and get it, you're going to need to be on the call. And I'll say that for now, and I'll just hold that caution. But you will get a chance to listen to the recording. So you do get a chance to hear the replay afterwards. So if you can't be present or you feel you're going to miss it, it's okay. You will have an opportunity to listen to the recording. So you don't want to miss the opportunity. These are very valuable tools. And I don't say that for myself. I'll let it speak for itself. Go to the website, just scan that QR code and read what the community is saying about it. And if you haven't left a review, please go and leave a review. It would mean so much to me and to everyone to be able to do that. So we're going to get ready to get out of here. I love you all. Have an amazing week. I'm still going to be getting together with those of you. Let me say this. Let me stop this real quick. For those of you who reached out, and I want to say I love you so much. for offering to be of assistance to me. I think that's beautiful, and I'm still going to do that as well. I just got to take things in the order that it's received. But I do want to make something clear about the position of someone that I would love to work with me, is that this is not a mentorship program. I'm not mentoring you to do me. I need people who have strong skills in certain areas, and I will be sending you an email with those details. I need you to have skills in these areas. It's not a mentorship program. So I just didn't want anyone to think that I'd be mentoring them, because that's not what I'm going to do. I need someone to assist me in areas where I need assistance, not a mentor. I don't need to mentor you. I need people who is boss when it comes to certain things, when it's in these different areas. That's what I need assistance for. Okay. So I want to make sure that I put that out so that because I don't think I was clear. I just said I need an assistant to help me out, but I need you to be very proficient. Like, I'm good at what I do. I need you to be that way at the shit that you gonna do for me. But it's not what I do. I'm not mentoring you to be me. That's not what I need. I need a support system that can help with, you guys know how I am with this. I mean, I'm learning these technical things, or even when it comes to the art and different things. But I promise you, I need someone that can outdo me when it comes to those kinds of things, you know, when it comes to those different skill sets. And so we'll talk about it because I would love that support in those areas. Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know about you, but this felt really good. And I absolutely love all of the callers who called in. And thank each and every single one of them. I thank all of you listening in, whether you're listening with us live now or you're listening in the future, or you came from the past and traveled to this present moment to be with us now, or if you came from the future to come back to this present time to be present. Yeah. So, love to you all, Soul Family. I look forward to reading your comments after the show. So put it online. Put those digits online and come back and blow this comment up. Let's see if we can blow this show up. Pass it on to a friend, someone you know, someone who needs a word or need to get a little bit of inspiration or some sort of connection. Screenshot it. Put it on your social media. Let's see if we can run this one up and get those cosmic voices of Planet Remix out there. So have an amazing week. Be good to each other. I love you all. Peace and love. Ciao.